So what is it that sort of keeps you going and how do you cope? And then after that, maybe it would help just to maybe do you want to give a history of your diagnosis and where you are today as well?
Maybe I'll just give the history first and then
Yeah,
lead into the
smart.
coping part.
Better idea.
So I got diagnosed in December 2016 after a year long of just trying to find out what was wrong with me. May 2016, I woke up with like major migraines and I didn't know what was going on. I was feeling really nauseous. I went to my GP and it was really weird because out of everything you think a doctor could say to you, he sits there and he's just like, I think you have MS. And I'm like, it's a migraine. I don't have MS. And he wanted me to go see a neurologist. So I did see one in August of 2016. And I had 4 lesions in my brain. So lesions are basically nerves that have been broken. And people can be born with that. Like it's not bad, but it's not also a good thing, especially if you start having other symptoms come up. So in August, I went, it was 4 lesions. The neurologist was like, you know what, I don't want to make it too big of a deal. Like, let's just wait till another 6 months pass and do it again. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, that's fine. I guess I'm good if you're saying I'm okay. But also, end of August, September, that's when a lot more symptoms started coming up. So, tremors in my legs. My right leg was very heavy and it was getting harder to walk. um, my reading, writing was a struggle. When I was trying to read sentences, I was starting to jumble words together and I didn't understand why that was happening. My writing, so most girls have like that bubbly writing. I was having like that chicken scratch, like very jaggedy. And I didn't know what was going on. And during that period as well, I was under a lot of stress in different parts of my life. And I personally just thought, like, I'm so stressed out. You know, things happen when you're stressed. You kind of just blame it on stress. Um, but by October, November, it was just getting worse. And like I was trying to talk and words weren't coming out of my mouth. I was trying to formulate ideas and I couldn't. I could barely hold a pen. And I was still working and driving and going to meetings and stuff. And I was like, something's wrong with me. And I still remember one point I was driving on the highway and, you know, I had to put my brakes on and my leg, like I stopped the car, but then my leg kept moving. And I'm like, this is not safe for me at all, right? So by December 2016, I was out with my friends and then I came home that night and I'm like, Dad, something's wrong with me. Like, I think I need to go to the ER. Like, I don't know, I guess it just hit me that night when I was walking around with my friends. My leg's not moving properly. I'm not talking properly. Like something must be going on with me. So I spent 6 days in the ER. And on the third day, because there's no neurologist on call on the weekend, so I had to wait till Monday. He did like a body scan and he's like, I'm pretty sure you have MS. And at that point I was like, okay, there's an answer. I wasn't even scared that it was MS. Like I didn't really know too much about it, but I was like, okay, at least that's an answer to what's been going on with me. And so we went for my MRI. So I went from 4 lesions in my brain to 12 in my brain and numerous on my neck and spine. So that was kind of hard. And that was like the beginning to this whole journey I've been on for the past 5 years. So I've been on 6 different drug medications. Um, I don't know how many people know, but a lot of the MS drugs are chemotherapy based. And I think a lot of people, they're like, when you think of chemo, you just think cancer. But I quickly learned that that's not exactly it. There's a lot of other chronic illnesses that go through chemotherapy drugs, and it is harsh on your body no matter, and I've said this to a lot of people before, that no matter how much I learned in school about counseling, psychology, like that was my background in school, none of that mattered when it came to me going through it. It was a whole different experience. We learn about empathizing and understanding and, you know, really being able to communicate with what's going on with you. But when you're going through it, it's just like everything shuts down and you're like, how do I tell somebody what I'm going through when they're not going to get what it's like be able to move your head, like move your arms or legs, or even like your head is like always throbbing and spinning. Like, how do you explain that to somebody? They're not really going to get it, right?